So, update time. I went out last night. I'll just do a quick recap. So I went out the night before, and I met someone that I was interested in. We had like a good chat. In a group setting, but also like one on one, while still sitting in a group because the people next to me were not really saying much. But anyway. So like, I was interested in someone, and I didn't get their contact as they were leaving, and my friends convinced me that I should shoot my shot. I had a good time. I thought they had a good time. I this could let's see where this goes. So I requested to follow, and that was the end of the last video. So this video, at the time of recording, the request was accepted, and so it was now my shot to. It was now my turn to send the message of just trying to throwing at the fishing roll, right? The fishing pole. Did I say roll? With the fishing rod pole roll, the fishing roll. And my approach, the type of bait I chose was just saying, oh, it was great meeting you last night. Would you? No, not would you? That was too forward. It was had a great time meeting you last night. Would love to catch up sometime soon. That's all I said. I thought that was the nice balance of it being like not so forward, but to the point where like my intentions are clear. Like I'm not just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. Yeah. So my intentions are clear. That I'm interested. That's the intention. Not being so forward. Like, hey, let's go out drink. Let's go drink. Have drinks next week. So I thought that was a nice balance. So yeah, after sending that message, I've now gotten a response. I would not just update you with the message I sent. No, I'm not gonna drag it out that long. So the response I got back, it's I'm sure by the title, it was you could tell it's not good news. Yeah, I was not able to seal the bag, or sign the deed or whatever the saying is. Yeah, I got kindly rejected. She said something along the lines of, oh, like, busy with, like, life stuff, like work and this and that. But it was great meeting you. So, I can take the hint. It doesn't need to be spelled out in clear red words. So, damn. I had a good feeling. It didn't work out, which is obviously a shame. But if you're ever in this situation where they don't outright say, oh, sorry, not really, like, I don't really feel the same way or whatever, do not, I repeat, do not try to, like, send another shot, try to send another ball into the hoop, like, no, like that. They're being nice, and, a lot of people are conflict adverse, me as well. I thought I used to be, conflict not adverse, but, yeah, a actual fight in the group chat in my friend group proved to me that this is not my style. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of people are like that, and it's easier than just saying the outright no. Which look, I would appreciate a more blunt response. So I 100% no. But obviously with this, like I can infer that the feeling is not mutual. So yeah, that's a disappointing update for sure. I thought my streak of not dating would end here, or at least try to end here, but yeah, no. Alas, back to the square one, back to the drawing board. So today's mission is to try go to the Nether, because that's kind of how I feel right now. I need to go to a hellish place, a reflection of my inner self. So I remember the desert was somewhere around this way, like next to the Mesa biome. Anywho, I like saying that a lot. I realize I've gradually stopped saying and now I'm just saying anyways, which is good. It gives me my own sense of style, because I watched a couple other videos of this style, as just to see. I just said, just to see like what the horizons are, right? What's the what are the views people are getting now, you know, or what are people talking about? And a lot of them I notice do say you know as well. So it's a very common thing to replace with saying you know. And I think it comes about because in my speech I don't really say you know that often, but when I'm recording, I have the mental image of, oh, I can't say can't have long pauses. So for some reason, like, you know, it sounds like it's more conversational than but yeah, when you're, at least when I'm editing the videos, it does come out a lot, and it gets yeah, I don't know where this desert went, by the way. So yeah. uh However, talking about other people's videos, I'm not gonna name any names, but quite a few just have these like really, they lean into the clickbait or like the wild titles, right? And I haven't been doing that, and I realize I now should be. If I think back to the thumbnails, not the thumbnails, the titles, not thumbnails. If I think back to the titles, they're all like, oh, you know, if I say this, it'll be pretty obvious, but yeah, they're all like very wild titles. I'll take one of mine for example. So I called a video "Success and Failure," and that's, who knows what that means, right? You know, at the time I was like, I thought it was kind of cool, like, oh, like, I thought people would want to click because it's like, what the juxtaposition, like what's going on, like success and failure, and I think there was a bottle of soju on the thumbnail. But now I realize I should be titling it, oh, I got blackout drunk and I want to rescind to myself, or like some whatever, like, oh, how I fumbled a baddie and then proceed to got blackout, or some wild. This is not even the level of title that I'm seeing. People have crazier things going on in their lives. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm not gonna clickbait, but I'm gonna lean into that more. I'm shooting this video. I'm gonna have some thing I'm gonna try spin. But yeah, so now I'm learning things about this. You know, this this YouTube thing. Yeah, I guess I don't really have that much else to say. I thought I would have a lot more to say about my feelings, but they are what they are, right? There's nothing much I can do. I just feel bad. I hope that it wasn't taken in a bad way. Yeah, it was, you know, hopefully it was respected that, you know, this guy was just trying to shoot a shot and it's not reciprocal and we just move about our lives, right? I hope it was perceived or received in that way. Yeah, but like the regret afterwards, the post regret is, yeah, it's a hard thing to shake. It's a hard thing to shake. Like it makes me not want to do any of this again. Because I ain't trying to end up lonely. I'm not trying to end up lonely. I would like 4 kids one day. Yeah, I think 4 kids is a great number. You know, having 2 girls, 2 boys. That way, like, each has, for the most part, a younger sibling of both genders, and at least one older, and vice versa. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the best. You know, because I have 1 sister, and so that means I don't have a brother, not that I know of. And it's like, sometimes you do think like, oh, how would my life be if I had an older brother to like be subservient to, or a younger brother to, you know, get along with? Like, I don't know. Whereas like, you know, the thought of having an older sister, I don't really think of that much. But at least the thought of having a brother, I do. So it's like, if you have 2 of each, that means each one has like, you know, a brother and a sister. What I'm trying to say. Anywho, there I go again. Anywho, there's the love portal. So I'm gonna attempt to do a dream, like, splish splash. I've never done this before, but I know I've watched a fair few. So in case I like mess up the water place, I'm just gonna set up my infinite source. Oh, the day I learned about infinite water was life-changing. I do wish I did not watch a lot of Minecraft videos or content, Because as a kid, I watched Dan TDM and the Lucky Block guy. I think he's called Popular MMOs. But they didn't really talk about like stuff like infinite water source or like doing all this like nether portal. Because my every playthrough I've done of Minecraft, to make a nether portal, I've had to go on out, mine obsidian, and manually place it. So all of this is foreign to me, and I wish I had gone back to a simpler Minecraft where I didn't know all these things. I don't know why. I don't know. It's the same thing, right? But I think what I want to say is like, I wish I could experience things for the first time and capture it in this series. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, imagine. I don't know how. Oh crap! I should not have done parkour. Oh no! Oh crap! Oh no. Okay, still got a bunch of lava, but that was stupid. I was thinking I should not be like jumping around this lava pool. That would be a stupid thing to do. And then 30 seconds later, I jump into the lava pool. Anyways, imagine like coming across a sniffler. I don't know how you would naturally come across that without having watched a video. Off the top of my head, I don't even know how you encounter them. I think you have to like get a seed and then plant it, and then it becomes the egg. Or oh wait, no, do you find the eggs in the suspicious sand? See, I don't really know how to find sniffler eggs, but imagine just coming across that and you're like, what? And then I guess to crack them open, you'd place it like a turtle egg, and it would eventually hatch. I don't know, but imagine just seeing that and be like, what is going on? Yeah. Anyway, so I guess I'll round off this video with a bit more, extra juice for today's lack thereof. So another time before in this year, I remember teasing it in a previous video. I had a sort of minor success story in the relationship sense. Not that I won't spoil. So I guess I'll tell that story now, because it shares similar themes of like overhyping things, right? So yeah, in this one, I was at a similar night out. This time it was a pub crawl that one of the uni societies ran, which is going to like 3 different pubs, and then you end off the night going to like some club. So I said I'd go, and the first bar, it was all right. You're still like kind of getting in the groove of things. You meet up with the people you said you were gonna go with. You're meeting like a few new people, and this was like a finance society. Like 4 of the finance kind of business themed ones were collaborating to run this. So the type of clientele is the very like bro-y, wearing suits kind of. Some of them just came off of work, like that type of vibe, and I'm unemployed, or at least I don't have an internship. So yeah, you definitely feel the power dynamic when you're talking to these people. But I found a chill group of people by the second pub, and was talking to this one guy. I had a good conversation with him, and then as we're leaving to go to the next one, someone caught my eye. So the type of demographic of my uni in general is predominantly Asian, and this was the only like blonde person I saw that night, and it wasn't because they were blonde that they caught my eye. Like I don't have a type, but like if I did have a type, it would be most likely blonde people. Like I don't have a type, but if I look at the history of crushes I've had, they've been predominantly blonde. Whether that's through sample size or whatever, but yeah, that's all I'll say. That's all I say. Not that I've only crushed on blonde people. It's just you have a higher chance if you're blonde, I guess, if you're looking at like a base rate or whatever. Anyway, that's to say that this person caught my eye. I found them, pretty attractive. Woo. Like I'm thinking like super duper pretty to where like this person wouldn't even bat an eye. Not that I like to think about leagues and stuff, but that's the level I was talking about. I was like, this person really is pretty. So then we go to the third pub. Not me and this other person, but me and the friends, and then not friends, but people I've met. And the third pub has a dance floor. So I skipped the free drink that everyone was getting at this pub, and I just hit straight to the dance floor. Because there's also a huge line. And this other friend I was with wanted to just get out and dance. So yeah, I was, just doing my own thing. I wasn't really, being like performative, if that's the correct way to use it. Like, normally, like, you're trying to show off. You're trying to like look around, see who's near, and like, trying to grab someone's attention. I wasn't doing that for some reason. Maybe it was because of the few drinks, and when I'm kind of drunk, all that like flirting stuff it kind of goes off my mind. But I wasn't that tapped in. What the heck is that? Wait, what is that? Wait, what? Wait, did they just throw like a trident? What is that? What is it? What the hell? Wait, wait, what? Is that a camel? It's like wait, is this a zombie camel? What the hell? Dude, it's like a zombie camel. I did not know they had zombie camels. Okay, well, I'll just speak about how I wanted to go into Minecraft blind, and this is new. This is completely brand new. Holy crap, it's so quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Brief intermission. I need to kill this thing. Holy crap. Okay, I think I lost it. Cool. Damn. Okay, I guess I gotta investigate that later. This zombie camel. Yeah, I've seen this before. This is a husk. Anyway, so the third pub, I'm dancing and doing my own thing, and then we're kind of like in a dance circle with like some other people, and then suddenly someone next to me like leans over and starts asking for my name and like like just asking questions, and then I notice. Sorry, why am I wording it so weirdly? I noticed someone next to me like asks, like beckons. How do I say this? Anyway, I notice the person next to me is, talking with me, and it's the girl. It's the blonde girl from earlier, and I was like, okay, I did not know life could get this good. Normally like all the dudes have to like make the first move, and because I've been to clubs before, and it's like a shark frenzy. All these dudes are like. They're on the lookout, right? They're always like trying to get the in, and because the people I went clubbing with, half of them were girls, and I felt like what I was witnessing, I don't know, it looked really uncomfortable for them at least, because you could just sense these people looking, and they were always being approached, this and that. So yeah, I did not have to do any of that night. This happened like 6 months ago. So. I was like, damn, I did not know life could get this good. So, the conversation subsided. It's kind of hard to hear as well. And then like a few minutes later, like she starts asking something else again. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is great. Like she's obviously like, I find her pretty attractive. And this is great. Yeah, I could not believe what was happening. This is like unlocking like extra DLC content. I didn't know life could get this good. So then after a bit of talking back and forth, she then says, oh, like me and my friend are gonna go to a pub, like gonna go elsewhere. Did you want to join? And I was like, yeah, of course. So who's gonna say no to that? So I joined them. So her friend, and then this other dude that was friends with them. I think it was like the guy best friend type of deal. It wasn't really like a competition type of. I didn't have to, really compete with the guys. What I'm trying to say. So it was just there was three, and then me, going to this other pub. So we walked quite a bit, chatted then, and yeah, and then we chatted some more at this like really cool pub. It like had yeah, I mean I'm not really well versed in pubs because I don't really go out that much, but this was a cool one. Had like the best like peach tea I've had for free, or I think it was like peach. I can't remember. But yeah, they had like just free tea there. I obviously ordered a drink anyway, and then it got towards the later of the night, and she had to go, and me and the other dude, me and the other dude had tickets to the club. If I had known, I would not have bought tickets to the club. But yeah, so we had obligations to attend to. And because yeah, I'd already found my person at that point. I already found my person. What's the club gonna do? And that's how I felt, because I was in the club and I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. I don't think I'm a club guy in the first place. Also, I'm just gonna watch these two fight. I think this guy's gonna win. We'll see. But yeah, I wasn't really the club kind of guy, and it was even worse that night because I wasn't looking. I was just. I was already content, is what I'm trying to say. I was like, I've already found what I think is my love, so there's no need. Ooh, let's go. I was correct. I'll leave you alive. So anyway, we part ways. She even asked my Instagram first, which is, like I said before, we're counting green flags is one of them. But this is obviously in the last situation, it didn't turn out that good. But yeah, there was a lot of green flags on this occasion, so I was in better stead. So we parted ways, gave a goodbye hug, and that was it, right? And then it came time to make the next morning move, the morning after move. So I guess I copy pasted what I did yesterday or today. It was last night. Anyway, I said, it was great meeting you last night, and would love to. All right, they mentioned about going to the cinema, and saying I should join them because it was close to my home, and I was like, okay, so we've already got a sort of plan set up. This is too many green ticks. So I said, I'd love to join you at the cinema sometime. The cinema name, but sometime. And then she said, oh yeah, it was likewise. It was great meeting you too. I'll definitely let you know. But it wasn't what I quite wanted to hear. Obviously, I wanted to hear a more confirmative thing. But look, still can't complain. Damn, I could actually die here. And then I didn't get a response after maybe a week or half a week, and I was worried. I was I gotta strike while the iron was hot. So I sent out another message. I double texted, which is a bit oof, but I had to. So I said there's this movie, would you like to go? They had cheap tickets on this day, whatever. And in hindsight, I should not have asked for a movie, but we were already talking about movies. I thought it was a good idea at the time, because you know what they say about movies as a date or whatever. But anyway, I asked. Of all movies, it was The Accountant 2. Why? I wanted a more artsy movie, because they were talking about that, but none of them were showing at good times. At the time there was no good movie showing, so that was the only new movie, whatever. And I hadn't even seen The Accountant one, but anyway. And then they said, "Oh, that sounds great. Can't do this day, but I'll do another day." Another green tick. Suggesting another day. That's a good sign. So then we organized a day. We set a day, and I was like, "Damn, this is gonna be my first day. This is gonna be great." And then disaster struck. I think it was the day before or the night before, 2 days before, whatever. I checked my phone after getting off a shift, and my heart sunk. It was I got the message was I can't do it. I got I got a shift at work that I really need to do. I need the money, whatever. So I said, no worries. If you're free the next week, I can do then or whatever. And she goes, not really free next week, but I'll definitely let you know when. So I was like, damn. Yeah, I can't remember if I threw another one or not. I think she said, it was still I still really want to catch up. When could we get drinks or something? So I think I then sent another message later saying, are you free in the break or whatever? Anyway, it didn't go anywhere. I was again sent with I'll let you know or whatever. So I took the hint at that point. That was I think a take a hint text. It was I'm not really interested anymore. Okay, so I guess the shared theme was that I overhyped it. I overhyped this one and the one that happened just then, just 2 days ago, or last night. Time is going. So I can't. I can't get too overhyped, because this one I had more reason, I believe, to be more excited of this actually leading somewhere. I don't know if you disagree with me or not, but I saw a bunch of green ticks there, green flags. I don't think I was wrong to get hyped in that sense. However, obviously in this current one, in the one night I should have just forgot about it and just let it be, knowing that it could go nowhere. So yeah, obviously with this one that happened 6 months ago, I was gutted. I was so gutted because the stars seemed to align, and it looks like I'm just gonna keep parkouring. Last time it was a mistake. I accidentally jumped. But yeah, no, it was a harrowing experience. I don't know. I should brush up my vocabulary. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. So yeah, 2 experiences that didn't work out within a year. So yeah, I don't know if I'll shoot my shot anytime soon. It's so hard. It's so hard to come back from things like this. It's really, I find it hard because I just overthink. I'm like, oh, what if they felt like uncomfortable, or what if this, like, I hope I didn't put them in XYZ situation, but I think it's just best to not think about that. Oh crap, I just messed that up. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, okay. All the lava's gone everywhere. Sorry, all the obsidian, whatever. I don't even know what to say. I'm just reflecting on my previous failures. I'm gonna have to get a diamond pickaxe, do it the old way, like I was saying before. Well, fail. Today's a fail. Wasn't even able to make a nether portal. And I'm just talking about fails in this video. When am I gonna get a win? When am I gonna get a win? I mean, look, I think this is the price I have to pay because I used to have I currently still do have high standards. I guess I have high standards when it comes to potential partners or who I find attractive. Because obviously, once you get talking to the person, the personality is more important. Don't get me wrong. You have to actually gel and match with the person. But I don't think. Well, let's not beat around the bush. You're definitely looking at the first hint of attraction through looks, and I think my standards were too high before. And the 2 times, these 2 experiences I've talked about today, they were very pretty people. So it's and every time I was about to drop my standards, something happens. It's nope, I can keep them up. And this is all to say because I've had opportunities or experiences or things I could have enacted upon before, and I didn't. I held back because I think I put too much emphasis on looks, which is a bad thing, I know. And it's a flaw that I have, and it's hard to shake. And I was close to shaking it, and then, like I said, these things happened, and I was told, or I felt that I didn't need to. Because I think you can grow to love someone. And that sounds weird, but I'm saying, someone, if you picture someone right now, and you're not really attracted to them looks-wise, but let's say in this alternate reality, you get to know them quite a bit, and you gotta learn to love them, right? I know you can still have platonic friends. It doesn't have to go like that. But I'm sure there's times, and there will be times in my life and in maybe yours, where you initially didn't think anything of this person. This was just another person, another coworker, another student, another whatever, right? And then you kind of grow this feeling that you never had or you never considered you would even have, if that makes sense. So I'm saying this can be a growing thing. It doesn't have to they don't have to be a bombshell right at the gate. You can you can grow into thinking, wow, this person is my everything. I'm so attracted to them. They are just my everything. I love every time I spend with them. I think you can grow to that with anyone. That's my theory. At the end of the day, some people are just not gonna match your brain chemistry attraction wise. As some of my friends would say, some people are just chopped cheese. But I think with the majority of people, you can grow to love someone if you put your mind to it, or if you're brain permits. If the marbles line up, because I'm not saying every girl or every boy, if you whatever, like, you gonna try be attracted. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, if the cards do line that way, it can happen to anyone. That's what I'm saying. It's not limited to who you're attracted to initially. It's just who you're attracted to initially determines how much effort you're putting into the whatever. That's to say that quite a few times in this past year, I had a strong inkling that some people were into me. And I don't know if this is a egotistical thing or not, but I had very strong a reason to believe. One of the biggest hints, in my opinion, is if you're walking one way, like let's say you're talking with this person one-on-one, you're walking one way, and you gotta go left, and they're going straight, right? And they've already committed going straight, and you say, oh, like, sorry, I gotta... You start saying the goodbyes, right? And then if they switch their path to join you going left, like they take a detour for themselves, it's like, oh no, I'll go this way as well, to like spend more time talking and whatever, like, because in my opinion, I'll be wrapping up the conversation mentally, because I know we're parting ways. And if they take a detour to extend that, I don't know. I'm just saying that's a green tick. So yeah, I've had multiple experiences where it's like I've had a strong suspicion, and I didn't pursue it. I didn't even try to let it blossom because of my superficial tendency or mindset. So yeah, that's something I have to fix. So I'm growing in that regard slowly. I'm just thinking, like, now that I got it rejected, like, would I have... Because I kind of do regret shooting my shot. But in the reality that I don't... the two alternate realities, right? Like, I ask this person out, or I don't. So in the reality that I live in right now, I'm having all these negative thoughts, like, oh, damn. But let's say the reality where I didn't ask them out, or didn't try to, set something up. Sorry, sounds weird. If I didn't pursue, then I would be stuck knowing, like, oh, I had a good time with that person. And I felt like it was reciprocal. I wonder. I would be stuck wondering, right? So I guess this all comes back to the experience machine. Would I want to live the lie, or would I want to, know the truth? So right now I know the truth, and it hurts. It does hurt. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't help me any closer. It doesn't get me any one step closer to figuring out my answer to the experience machine. Well, I know, but the answer's no, but it's a very unsure no. Anyway, carpe diem, and I'll see you in the next one.